I'd like to move to some use cases. Now, these aren't made up use cases. These are actual use cases of some of our customers. The first one that I'd like to talk about is, once again, going back to that facility manager. In particular, a use case, I had a facility manager that came to us. He had 10,000 employees, 16 buildings, was getting frequent requests for space. So a department manager would call and say, hey, I need some space. Can you give me another room? Can you extend my current space? He didn't have access to the data. He didn't really know how those spaces were being utilized. So without walking around or just going by the word of the department manager, that space is overutilized. So what we did is we went in and deployed sensors at each of his building's entryways. Now, I don't think initially we went into all of the buildings. I went back and talked to him after this had been done about a year. He was about a year into it. And we put sensors at each of the entryways to the buildings, entryways to each floor, like at the stairwells, and to each room. What that did for him is it gave him real-time and historical data on how each of the spaces were being used. So when he got a request for space, he could easily take a look at the data and say, okay, you do need some space. I've got some unutilized space here. I can move some people around. It really gave him a fact-based way to allocate space instead of just doing it based on word of mouth or, hey, I've got enough money in my budget so I can give you some more space. Just to give you an idea, at the end of the project, he was able to reduce his space by about 15%. So there was some money savings there. And then there was also, he hadn't done it yet, but the next step was to integrate with their HVAC systems and controls. Another customer, and several customers that we have done this, is they wanted to be able to give their patrons real-time access to how their gyms are being utilized. So before I go to the gym, before I walk, either drive to the gym or walk to my company's gym that's in our building, how busy is that? So what he wanted to do was put this information on an app for his patrons, which is what he did. So they were able to take a look and say, okay, it's not busy, I'll head there, or yes, it is busy. Some of the side benefits that this particular gym that I'm talking about now got from this is that even though he had people badging in, so he knew approximately how much his traffic, unless people piggybacked or tailgated. What he didn't know, they weren't badging out, which was frequent among gyms. That's pretty typical. So he never knew how many people were there at one time. So what he was able to do is better control his staff schedules, write his staff schedules to his busiest periods, and set up his cleaning of not only the equipment, but the restrooms based on the busier periods, based on his historical data. Another use case that I know I'm going through these quickly, we'll have an opportunity for questions. A use case that's come up with us frequently, and it started during COVID. This was an area where, restrooms are private areas. You can't see into them. You don't want to see into them. People need their privacy there, but they wanted to make sure that they were controlling the occupancy of these restrooms. This is a building in New York City, an office building, and I ended up having several of these. So what we did here is and you can see on the screen, we installed sensors, people counting sensors overhead on the outside of the restrooms, and a display. So this sensor was measuring the occupancy, counting the people going in and out, and measuring the real-time occupancy. And the display would tell customers whether or not it was okay to enter based on the current occupancy. One of the things that he was trying to do here too, because he wanted to do this quickly, he didn't have time to go through all the IT protocols and the security checks that an IT department does. So what he did is to start, he set up a little private network. So this was not sitting on their network, just something to keep in mind that you can do. And the little network was the display and the sensor. And they're still working now. I talked to them at a show that I was at last week. They're working very well. They are about to put them on their network. It took time for them to do that and get those approvals. But their next step is to drive the cleaning schedules based on the use of these restrooms. One more use case that I want to cover, and we've got lots of others, is when you really want to get granular with your data. We have sensors that can be used to monitor whether or not a desk is occupied. Now, these are binary sensors. These aren't people counting sensors. So it's either occupied or unoccupied. One of our largest customers of these desk sensors has 1,000 desks on one floor. And what they wanted their employees to be able to do is when they come to the front desk, come into the building, they could actually, we actually integrated these sensors through our gateway with their desk booking system. So what they're able to do is see which desks were available. They can book their desk. So this was not just so that they could book a desk and know what was available, but it gave the tenant the data to know whether or not they had enough desks. Did they have too many? Were people always selecting desks at a certain area of the building, maybe because the lighting was better, maybe it was cooler there. So they are getting a lot of good data out of that. Now, they started with just making it available to the employees when they come into the building, but now they have put this on an app so employees can actually book their desks when they're at home and reserve their desk through their desk booking system. So those are just 4 use cases from some of our customers. Like I said, we have lots of other, and if you have any questions or our question and answer series, we can certainly talk with you about these.